Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here, and we are at GIA headquarters, the Gaming Intelligence Agency. And today we have a very special guest in headquarters who's going to help us rate some of the top 15 games in the Web3 industry. Please welcome to the channel, my good friend and yours, Mr. Bitbender Jason Brink.
It's so hot. It's so bright.
We got the lights on you now. You know
how you doing today, Stash?
I'm doing good. How you doing? How you doing, Bitbender?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. It's been it's been a bit. It's been a bit.
A little while. We've had some exciting developments happen here, and
Lots
typically
going on.
we would have you here in an official interrogation capacity, but we didn't go that route this time. Usually we'll just go out in the field. I'll have an agent go nab you up. He'll snatch you up. He'll stick you in the box. And then we'll do an actual interrogation. But we're going a little different.
Their zip ties are so rough, guys.
Yeah.
They don't use
Careful.
there's no fuzzy handcuffs involved at all.
No. Oh, but maybe we could do that. Miss Crypto Petty, put the fuzzy handcuff. Yeah, on the right. Okay, I think she's got it. We'll have them
Next time. Perfect.
I appreciate the feedback. Feedback's good. All right, but that's not what we're here for. I'm going to put you. We're going to get you, and we're going to rate you 15 games today. These are games you know. These are games you actually develop, but also some games you don't. So we're gonna see how these rank. So let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Are you ready?
I'm ready. But one caveat: if I have to be ranking things, okay, you have to understand that it is a personal opinion and does not represent company policy in any way, shape, or form.
Of course,
very clear about that.
This is not Bitbender from Gala Games. This is just my friend Jason.
Friend Jason, exactly. So we're clear.
All right, let's go. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
So here are the 15.
Well, hold on, wait. Okay, so continue. Do your thing. You do your thing.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I want to know what the rubric is here.
Okay, we're gonna break it down. Okay,
let's do it.
Break it down every time. We're doing 15 games. You see all the logos up here. Maybe there's some logos that you don't recognize. Is there any here, you just look at it and I don't recognize that logo?
Yeah, there are. There's a couple.
Okay, couple. Yeah, I think you'll know all the games, but maybe you just don't know the logos.
That's possible. But I also don't have a ton of time to play games. So,
first things first. I just picked some random games today. This is not a sponsored thing. No one's paying for this. There's nobody on this list that's paid to be here. It's just two guys hanging out, talking about games, putting them in a tier list. Second, we got from S tier, right? That's the best. Everyone knows S tier, all the way down to REKT. Like down here somewhere. You guys can can you see it? No, I don't. All right, it's down there. And then we go like C is like really needs some work. B is like okay, it's not bad. A is like all right, it's got legs, and maybe it can make it S here. So that's kind of where we're at. Are you ready, sir?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. We're starting off with a banger. Axi Infinity. Where do you rank it?
Oh man, you're putting me in this really, really rough spot here. Okay, so Axi, I got to say here, I'm adding in a few things to your rubric. Okay, just got to say, I'm not going just on personal opinion. I'm going on impact. I'm going on what has happened in the space, where it's come from, where it's gone. I know a lot of people would put Axi in the REKT category simply because it had an economy that blew up and then collapsed. But I personally think that it had a ton of impact on the space. It brought a lot of attention to the space, both good and bad. I'd give it a B personally.
Going B.
Wow. It's not and I think that well, honestly, everyone's going to be pissed off with that ranking because there are going to be people who think that it should have been REKT and there are going to be people who think it should be S.
That's everyone. That's literally every game on this list.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't win with this, man. That's where that's true. I can't win. This is terrible. I don't even. It's terrible. Why am I doing this? What have I done? Yay!
Hey! We all win. Okay. So I look. I understand and I agree. Like they've done some stuff. I would still, even with that history, man, I would still kind of put them in the REKT category. And you guys know we've talked about this. I have my reasons. I'm not going to get into it. It's not my tier list. This is Jason's tier list. But I respect your opinion, and we're going to put them at B.
It's my tier list, but it's also we have to acknowledge what they did in the space that was positive.
I do,
and the number of people that they helped.
Everything they did in the space. Trust me.
So that's my thought. So
all right.
Onward
and upward. We're gonna bounce around. Townstar.
So this is one of those situations where I have a little bit of knowledge about this.
No, you can't use that inside knowledge. That's Gala Games, Jason. This is just Jason. This is just Bitbender.
Yeah, but
no.
I
Hey, you got to throw all that out of your mind, like if you had a wand, put in the bottle.
So I would then, given the same issues with the economy that the Axi had, so some of the same things, and public statements made by the team on AMAs and things like that.
That works.
I'm going to put it as an A because I see some of what is coming. Now, unlike a lot of people in the space, such as CryptoStache here, who has notoriously made some very rough statements about Townstar in the past, I do not approach the statements made by the developers with the same skepticism that he does. So I'm very excited about the future of Townstar.
Okay, well, that makes one of us.
I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Look, man, maybe it turns out to be a good game. Who knows? At this point, I'd say, kind of REKT in my opinion. But we talked about this. I'm not going to go in length. Not my tier list here. Okay. I would probably, if I would maybe the most give it a C. I understand they can come back. See, the thing is, games do wax and wane, man. That's just kind of how it goes.
But I think one of the things that's really important that needs to be considered about anything that's a Web3 game, okay, is that the number of users that any of these games have is so tiny compared to the potential of what they could have. So I don't want to look at this purely from the perspective of just, Web3, this is the tiny community. I want to look at it from a much larger perspective.
Yeah, I mean, as you should. I think that's what we're looking for in general. I mean, everyone kind of has their own way. I don't put stipulations on how people rate these. I just say, here's the tiers, here's the games, and everyone kind of has their own way of going about it. And I think that's actually kind of cool and unique, versus having it be very pigeonholed,
Yeah, this is me. So this is what I got.
Yeah. All right, I'll believe you. I'll take your word for it. All right, big time. Where you rank big time?
Big time. It's pretty. Looks solid.
Have you played it?
I haven't actually.
No? Okay.
I haven't actually played it. At the same time, I have read quite a bit about it. I've looked at the economy pretty deeply. There's a few things I don't like about it, but I recognize that they're trying to solve some of the same problems that everybody at Gala is trying to solve, which is the moving things from the Web 2 into the Web 3 world, creating systems that work in a Web 2 context while also being, fundamentally Web 3, granting ownership and things like that. I'd give it a B.
Cool. All right, big time, going B tier. Okay, I think that's solid. I like big time. I like what they're doing. I think they just need a lot more content. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody needs more content, man. Everybody.
No, they do. Yeah, that's just every game in general. But they really do, because
there's only a couple on this list that I think have a good amount of content for people to chew through. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's harder for an MMO. I think an MMORPG. I mean, that's you have to have the most content for that style of game. So I think big time is just already at a disadvantage there. A lot of other game styles you wouldn't need as much. Like, they have a lot if you were going to compare it to another genre, but for an MMORPG, not so much.
Yeah.
I want to ride my freaking dinosaur through time. I still can't do that.
No, well, someday I hope you can.
Yeah. I still would probably put Big Time above Towns. I mean, just anyways, we'll keep going.
Well, they're two different types of games,
they
right?
are. I know. I get it.
They're
hard.
very different.
They are very incredibly different. It's very hard. Yeah. Now we asked you, have you played Big Time? You said no, you had not. Have you played Axi Infinity? We did not ask you that.
I have. I have actually.
Wait. Original?
Original. I played original. I haven't played the new one yet, but I did play the original. I tried that. I bought a bunch of Axis. I did that thing. I did the breeding thing. I did the I never did the scholarship thing.
They're all worthless. It's okay.
Yeah,
at this point.
True. I never did the scholarship thing because I like is very, very high friction, and I just always felt weird.
It was hard.
When people would like post resumes and things like that, I never felt good about that. So, but yeah, I did play.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Let's go back to the back. Superior.
I would like to put a Superior in S tier because it is freaking gorgeous. They work so hard on it. They've done the guys over at Drifter are producing new content. They're releasing things. And I think that it has a huge potential for future growth and development. I think that the strategy of going with 2 different SKUs, so there's like the NFT SKU and then the non-NFT SKU on Steam, is a cool way to approach it. Good experiment. And I think works. I think it's a pretty cool approach to take. So I like it, and the game itself is amazing. So,
all right, Superior going S tier. S tier for Superior. I would actually agree with you. I think Superior is actually a quite underrated game.
Oh yeah, it's amazingly good.
The graphics are. I love the graphic style. I know some people have to take a little issue with it, but man, dude, everything else about that game is super hard polished. I think that there's still something there they could be doing more, like not more with it, but like maybe there's another mode or something they can introduce in the future. But really, like solid base to build off of, and I feel like they just don't have the exposures. I don't know what it is, but great game. I would agree with you. I think Superior is at an S tier game. I really do.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I obviously
moving still into the Gala system here, the Gala ecosystem. The place you don't actually work for, but what do you think about the brand new release, Champions Arena?
Dude, S tier all the freaking way.
Champions Arena going S tier.
S tier all the way. I have never played a game on mobile that has that level of polish and is that clean. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, fun. It's insanely fun, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I've spent a lot of money buying.
What level is your summoner? What level
15.
You got your main
just
guy?
15.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm at level 4. I haven't got it launched while I was on vacation. I tried to play a little bit while I was out, but
you do. It's one of those games where you just have to stop having a life for a while.
Yeah.
Sleep is overrated. I gotta say,
overrated for sure.
So that's there have been multiple nights where I have gone to bed because it's time for the maintenance to take place and the game goes offline. I'm like, okay, gosh.
I guess I'll leave the server.
Fine.
No, it's fun. I've been having a good time. I am not a mobile player. I've told you this. I've told everybody else.
That's the nice thing is that you can play it on the PC? Computer too.
Yeah,
which I think is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I love
an easy PC. It's frictionless, right? So the thing about it too, with like a lot of mobile games, is like they don't offer a PC version ever, and then like you can play with some like BlueStacks, which I do. I tried it on BlueStacks, and I have the PC version just to kind of get the see how they felt, right? And I played it on mobile, and it actually works great, man. I mean, I have it on mobile. I got my backbone. I put my backbone on. Have you ever used you got that for your mobile? It's great, man. No. It's like a little controller that attaches to the side of your.
I've never been good with controllers. Like I have big stupid thumbs. So
no, me too. I have huge ass hands. That's why I don't do mobile, because it's like these tiny little buttons. But with the controller on the side, it's way easier. It's like having a whole controller, man. It's great.
Here's my setup. I'll show you my setup really quick.
All right, what do you got?
There we go. Here's my team.
No, I don't see it.
Oh, it's not coming through yet?
Oh wait, there it goes. There it goes. Now it is. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my team. I have a rather ridiculous number of champions. I've spent
I
a
do
stupid
recall
amount.
someone saying they were going to send me some champions. God, who could have that been?
Who could that have? That's such a weird thing. I don't know who that was. I collect do my idle things here.
All right, stop playing.
Okay,
back
okay.
Right.
Back to the game. Back to the game, or back to the not game. Back to the ranking of games.
Guy. Trying to multitask. All right. I agree with you. I think it's a great mobile game. I think it's a good game in general, and it's just great that it can be on all the platforms. I think that's really the future. And I think that mobile technology is getting to the point where it'll be able to handle some really high-end stuff. I mean, on my S23, man, it just rips through everything. It looks great. So I think we're getting to that point where they're kind of starting to converge, and I think Champions Arena takes advantage of that, and I like it.
I agree with that.
Okay. All right, moving on. This, I don't know if these are big rivals, or if you look at other games or teams as rivals, but how do you feel about Star Atlas? Where do you rank Star Atlas? lot of big news happened lately.
No, Star Atlas has such a massive aspiration. And it's one of those things that it's so large, I really doubt that they can pull it off. One of the, and this is in no way, shape, or form a criticism of it. It's just a statement. I think that it's so big, and I think that 3 years ago, I think it was, I had dinner with one of the guys that wrote the economics paper for Star Atlas. And it was a full 50-page economics document. We had dinner in New York during NFT NYC in 2021, I think. So I guess it's two years ago and a bit. And I like, anytime you have a massive economics paper written that far in advance without actual players, it's and you release it publicly, that's a problem, because I don't think it's going to work. I would put it as a C. I don't think it's REKT. I think that they've had a lot of challenges, continuing on the same scope, but I don't think but I think I love the vision. I love what it is. The art's beautiful. It looks nice. I just don't think it's going to, I don't think that they're going to be able to achieve it necessarily, but I have hope. Yeah. And I wish them the best. Don't take any of the shit that I say here as being like, oh, these guys, fuck their game. It's stupid. None of it is that. For I have massive respect for everybody who's building in this space, because I know how hard it is, and I appreciate the work, and I appreciate what goes into it, and I don't want everybody. I appreciate everybody's work here.
Yeah. No, I feel you. All right, Star Atlas going C tier. Going C. All right. Okay, let's move to another champions. The original champions.
Wait, what's the original champions? Wait, hold on.
Champions Ascension. That's this little guy right here with the crown.
I was Ascension. I have not played that one.
You don't know that one?
I actually haven't played it. Champions.io. Okay, there you go. Champions.
So yeah, Champions Ascension is like a 3D arena fighter, but they also have a metaverse. It's like a metaverse. That's the first thing. Is a 3D fighter, and that's the main mode. But they have a metaverse you can run around.
I have seen this.
Mini games and shit.
They have an environment you can run around. I would that's not a metaverse. They have an environment.
No, metaverse.
Not everything that is a game is a metaverse.
They have an open world component. Is better.
Yeah, but that's not a metaverse. That's just an open world component in a game. We really need to stop that. It looks good. That was my word. Does it play well?
It plays great. I was just playing it last night, man. They made some great improvements recently too, with some speed.
It looks solid. I mean, there's nothing I can really do to say it's not awesome. So I'd go ahead and let's give that a. Honestly, it looks like an S tier. It looks good. It looks good. It's a combat guide. What's this combat guide? Let's look at this. I'm just looking at things right here. Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, go ahead and give it an S tier, man. It's cool.
Champions Ascension going S tier. Let's go.
I'm fine with that. It looks good. Looks like they definitely have done tons of work on it.
They have.
Yeah. No, I'm down for this.
And so I would kind of agree. I would put Champions in either an A tier or S tier. It straddles the fence a little bit for me, and the only reason I would say that is just because they are still working some of the things out. I think they've done a really great job with, you know, being able to reward people, the play and earn elements, which are not over the top. It's very cosmetic. They've done a great job of engaging people. They just need a little bit more. I think they just needed to flesh it out a little bit more. There's some things that I took issue with when it comes to combat, which they have been fixing, which I really love. The speed was one of the main things, and some of the other modes that they've been working on were not my favorites, but. Yeah, man, I think that they're a great team, and I think that they're really doing good stuff. So I kind of agree with you. I can agree with you.
Works for me, man.
Okay, let's go back to Gala. What about Spider Tanks? This is like the OG launched game of Gala games. I mean, really, you know, when you talk about full launch, solid. What do you think about Spider Tanks?
I like Spider Tanks. I would like to see a lot more content, and I would like to. And again, if I took Axi's past into account, I have to take Spider Tanks as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a B.
Okay.
That it has a ton of experience, or a ton of the team has learned a lot. The game media guys are amazing to work with. I have tons of respect for them. I think we need some more content, and I think that the economy, when it was first launched, was not. It was heavily restrictive, which I think was not a good thing. And so if I you know, give credit to Axi for that, I have to deduct a bit from Spider Tanks for that. So I'm trying to be fair here. But that's the way that I see it. I love Spider Tanks. I do play Spider Tanks. I have a lot of Spider Tanks. And I hope to see it continue to grow and improve and climb this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I might agree with you. I'd put it B, or I might swap Townstar at the very least. You know, I would maybe put Spider Tanks in an A. Or maybe I keep Spider Tanks at a B and put Townstar. See, I don't know. But yeah, Spider Tanks, I would say a B or A is solid. B or A is solid. There's improvement to be made, but I think
definitely
the game is fun. Yeah. The game is fun. All right, back to the front. Another Gala game. What do you think about Eternal Paradox?
I like Eternal Paradox a lot. I like Eternal Paradox a lot. I mean,
what's going on with this game?
I can't give you too many leaks, man.
Yeah, we don't want links because it's not coming.
The light isn't even on me right now, so you know it can't give you too many leaks here. I would give that one. I would give that one an A.
A. Wow.
Yeah. It's
Spider Tanks, a launched playable game with people playing it.
Well, you know, but that's the to a certain extent that's the thing that hurt Spider Tanks, is because because of the way that launch happened and the way that the tokenomics were set up at the beginning. Eternal Paradox doesn't have that against it.
So it's like a Schrodinger's cat. Like, you don't know if it's going to be good or bad. So like, hey man, we'll just go. Hey.
Spider Tanks wasn't bad. It's just the economy was wonky at the beginning, and I think that you know there are even people today. Johnny Gonzo, who are significant critics of the economy as it stands right now. But I think that in time that'll get worked out. But Eternal Paradox moving forward, exciting developments. Not that I can share publicly, but I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy about where that's going.
All right. We're gonna have to send our agents back out in the field, maybe like next week, to just nab you. And you know, and then we'll get all the information, because I don't have any of the torture tools. We're not in the interrogation. I don't have the torture tools and things with me, so we can't really do that today. But I'll accept that. Eternal Paradox. We haven't heard anything for a while, so I don't know. I'm kind of like, ooh, see, maybe REKT there. Personally, but
definitely not that.
Something's coming. We like updates. Just tell the team. Everyone likes updates. I know. If they're like benign updates. It's something.
I have very regular conversations with people about this, of like, just talk to the community, please.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a lot. You know, you can get a plea, one of the low level guys, to do it. All right, moving on. Oh, so yeah, Eternal Paradox, A tier. We're going A. All right, last here in the not last, but the last one on our list. We're going back to the end. Do you recognize this symbol right here? Do you recognize this the two parallel lines?
What is that?
You don't recognize these two yellow parallel lines, sir?
Am I supposed to?
They're very parallel to each other.
Parallel. Interesting. Hold on. Let me do the Googles really quick.
So parallel is a new TCG that's come out. A lot of people talking about it. I'm surprised that you wouldn't have seen the chatter on Twitter. Or
I haven't been on Twitter. Okay, let's see here. Glints balance. Oh, that's their thing. Avatar challenge. Hold on. This website is confusing AF.
That's a negative point right there. We don't like confusing websites.
That is. I mean, build a unique deck. Where's the game? I want to see the game. I see a bunch of cards.
Yeah, it's a card game.
Where's the game? I mean, no, that's fine. Card games are fine, but I want to see what it looks like, not just.
Yeah. Look, word to wise out there, if you're building a game or you have a game and you have a website for that game, if you freaking don't have video footage, like gameplay footage at the very top of your
very freaking top, please.
Done. Like it literally should be almost the first thing we see. If you don't, then you're wasting the audience's time.
Okay, so I'm looking at the avatars, which no results found matching search criteria. Apparently that's not a thing. I apologize, guys. This is not this website is not super. Hold on, let me do this. Let me just do this. Can I do this? I'll do boom. This is what I'm seeing. So,
yeah.
I could purchase a anti-organic pulse on OpenSea.
Well, that's like the market. You just get to the gameplay.
I'm trying to get to the gameplay. Play parallel. Okay, there we go. Click to play.
No, so you got like download or something. I don't even know what's going
on. Okay, now I have to beta access and then sign in to download. Yeah, it's super loud right now. You guys can't hear it, but it's like
look, go to YouTube and just search parallel TCG.
Let's do that.
But you're taking up all the time. Let's go. You got to hurry.
1 hour later.
Okay, well, given that I can't see what else is going on here, I'm going to go ahead and give it a C because I can't see anything.
Go in C tier.
And okay, right. Parallel TCG in 5 minutes. Got this nice young lady, and okay.
So they go what parallel TCG. Parallel's going C tier. Parallel.
I mean, it may, and I could be totally wrong there. Is there a question mark tier? Can we add another tier that's like big ass question mark?
Okay.
Well, your website's confusing. I'm sorry. I would love to try your game and play it, but your website.
I would tell you, it's not easy to like rate a game, like that you've never really seen or heard of, and a lot of times, the same thing. Someone will go to the website or and just check it out real quick. If you can't get a really good idea about the game, the gameplay, and just the basics from their website within 5 seconds of being on that site, REKT, in my opinion. Websites are huge, man. People are forgetting about them sometimes.
It's very.
You got to have that right there, right up front.
It's just. What's going on here?
Personally, I have not played Parallel yet. It's come out, not too long ago. I've been a little burnt out on TCGs, and I just haven't got around to it. But it's been getting some really great reviews. The thing actually that I will tell you that you may not know and they don't talk about really, it's very hidden. They actually have a compostable like FPS version of the game called Parallel Colony, where they actually are taking like the cards and things translate into the 3D like FPS version of it, and they're still building that, and it's that's what interests me the most, like that kind of back and forth. As a unique selling point. Otherwise, there's just so many TCGs out there. I'm just kind of like over TCGs.
Yeah.
Not Parallel, but TCGs in general. All right, moving on. Fortitude.
I'm going to put Fortitude, and we were just talking about that communication thing. I'm going to put Fortitude. Got to put something somewhere. I'm going to put Fortitude right now, temporarily speaking, at a C tier.
Go in C. Fortitude. Go in C tier.
Because there has not been as much communication as we would maybe like with the community, and I think that's a thing that we have to acknowledge. I think the game itself was super cool, super fun. I had a great time meeting with the guys that were working on it, but I think that we really need to. There's that communication element that has to come through.
100%. Yeah, I might put it in the C or REKT category as well. It's definitely balanced.
It's not. I wouldn't put it in a REKT category, but it's. I would put it on C.
All right, you're being very kind today. There's nothing in REKT yet.
I am kind. Dude. Okay, so unless a game
sometimes the product just has to be REKT, man. So it can change its fate. It can change its stars. A game can change its stars.
Okay, if a game can change its stars, so be it. Let's see here.
All right. Let's go back to the end here. What do you think about My Pet Hooligan? The little rabbit.
I like My Pet Hooligan. I think it's cute as hell. It's super fun. People, I know quite a few people who enjoy it. I'd give it an A.
Okay. My Pet Hooligan going A tier. A tier for My Pet Hooligan.
That's solid.
Have you played it at all? Have you ever got to play it?
I have played it once, yeah.
Okay.
I again, it's not. I don't have a lot of time to play games, unfortunately, but I did give it a shot.
Yeah, it's fun. I really like it. It's one of our faves to play. Great community game too, because it's pretty easy to jump in. So
yeah,
I love it. All right, bite the bullet. Where are you ranking Grit?
Okay, so if games have the ability to change their fate, then I would say from a player perspective, I'd put Grit in REKT.
Going REKT. Grit is REKT.
Because there's now it's
done. We killed it.
It's not done. It's not done. It's not killed.
It's not done. No game is really ever done until they literally say, "Hey guys, we're done."
Yeah, it's just that the way that the economy was structured does not work the way that it should, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay? A lot of problems with
this. And it requires further involvement from the developers in order to create the opportunities to create something more with that and from that. And so with that said, that's where I put that. I would like that to be a temporary thing because I would like to see some updates, some more content and things like that. Migration to Gala chain, would be good and would help a lot. But until that point in time, I don't see a huge influx of players coming for it.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I feel like it was a little bit failure to launch or launch failure. I don't know how you're gonna put that, but like on launch, not the biggest bang.
I had so much fun playing it though. It's a super fun game. I love playing it.
Yeah, it needs improvement for sure. I played it quite a bit too on stream, and there's some good points. I love the Western theme. I love it. It's one of my favorite themes. I love themes, and I was so excited about it. Like, oh, Western Battle Royale, that's cool. I love Western, but it just didn't live up to some of the expectations I would have for that genre.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Last Expedition, another Gala Games.
Last Expedition is solidly S tier, man. That is
S tier.
Solidly all the freaking way. Like that game is one of my favorites. Like. Period of games of all games.
I kind of agree, man. I mean, I wouldn't say favorite of all games, but like definitely when it comes to what's being built in the Web3 ecosystems, Last Expedition, it really has out of all the games, it really has some legs to like really get into the mainstream attention and audience. It just needs the right marketing, I really think, and it could do that. I'm right there with you. I would put Last Expedition maybe A tier. They're still developing, and there's still some things, but really, it's right there. I mean, it's such a great game already at the early stage of development it's at. I can't wait to see more from Last Expedition. I just want open play tests and like have I got a character I can jump on and like do things, but I just feel like it still doesn't feel open. It still doesn't feel.
It will soon. So
okay,
I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Last Expedition, we're going S tier. Love it. All right, last and certainly not least, sir, where do you rank Illuvium? S to REKT.
Illuvium, the ecosystem? Because there's like three games that are all sort of linked together. Or is that what we're doing? Or are we looking at one specific title?
Yeah, no, Illuvium as a project. So it's basically, we're not ranking each little individual thing. It's, Illuvium, they're all kind of connected. So yeah, Illuvium ecosystem, the Illuvium world.
I would say as an ecosystem and world of interconnected games, I'd give it an S tier. I think they're doing a really good job creating some cool stuff. I think that the guys that I've spoken to at Illuvium, I've had a few opportunities to connect with them. Super cool guys. They're doing cool stuff. They're very passionate about it. It's a very different proposition, I think, than what a lot of games are doing. And because I think there's really two extremes in the space where you have Gala at one extreme where we're doing and facilitating a bunch of different things, and then there's the sort of Star Atlas, we do one thing side. And Illuvium falls somewhere in the middle, which I appreciate, and is kind of in that regard.
Yeah. Okay, I'm a little surprised by the S tier. I would personally probably put Illuvium at a solid A. I think they do definitely have a lot of work to go. I do like the ecosystem, how they have these interconnected experiences that tie into each thing.
They have a very really passionate community.
They do
as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, and
so
that's
Star Atlas,
that I appreciate.
when you talk about passionate communities, I will say like if you really look like out of every community, man, top tier communities, Illuvium, Star Atlas, Gala Games, and My Pet Hooligan. Those four, bro, like every time I say anything, I think those communities are just out there, man. Every single time, it's crazy. So I would definitely agree that Illuvium has a great community too. But Illuvium going to S tier, boom, popping collars, let's go.
There you go, man.
That's it. There we go.
This is my tier.
15 of the top NFT Web3 enabled games. Here with our friend Bitbender, not from Gala Games today, but when he leaves this, he will be back on it. So, Bitbender, thank you so much for joining us here, man. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man.
This was a lot of fun, and I'm sure you'll probably take some flack for this, but just soak it up. Everyone loves it.
It's good times. It's good. Well, thank you so much.
Well, there you go, guys. Let me know where you rank these games, right? We got Jason's opinion. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me if we got it right, or maybe there's a game we're missing that we could put on the next tier list that's coming up. But that's all we have for today, agents. As always, this briefing never happened. Secret Agent Stash, over and out.
Secret Agent Stash. Secret Agent Stash.